I love Resident Evil 4. I think the best way to convey that is to express how I feel when I'm playing the game. I feel scared, yet excited. For example, when playing the beginning of the game, I was attacked by a large number of enemies at once. It was then that I noticed my hands were cold. My hands were cold because I was scared, but at the same time I was feeling exhilarated. That is how I feel when I play Resident Evil 4. I have fun. Resident Evil 4 is not an easy game, but it is also very rewarding. In Resident Evil 4, you need to implement strategy in order to succeed. For example, at the beginning of the game, you have a handgun and a knife. There are many enemies in the game. You may run out of ammunition if you try to dispose of them all with your handgun. A strategy could be to shoot an enemy in the leg, dropping them to the ground. Then the knife could be used to finish them off. Also, much of the time a good strategy is simply to run. The game is not to vanquish all your foes. The game is to survive. I really enjoy the story of Resident Evil 4. The story is told through cinematic scenes and written information scattered throughout the game. The cinematics are visually compelling and contain memorable dialogue. Sometimes the cinematics are even interactive. The written information in the game is fascinating to read. For example, through them, you learn that the enemies in Resident Evil 4 are not zombies. Rather, they are people who are victims of parasites. These parasites take hold of the host nervous system and manipulate their behavior. Your job is to rescue the president's daughter, who's being held captive by such beings. Resident Evil 4 contains many memorable boss battles. I'll give just a couple examples. A challenging but fun boss battle is La Criatura del Lago, a large aquatic creature whom you must defeat in order to cross a lake. Another boss battle has a satisfying callback to an earlier part of the story. In the beginning of the game, there is a dog ensnared in a bear trap. If you help him, then later in the game he risks his life to help you against El Gigante, an enormous and powerful enemy. In the game, music is utilized in a way which really enhances the gameplay experience. For instance, there is no music playing when exploring an area. However, when spotted by enemies, alarming music plays. The music creates a sense of urgency to take an action. That action could be to run or attack an enemy. However, after those enemies have been neutralized, the music stops. The absence of music creates a sense that it is safer to explore the area again. The game is nothing short of a masterpiece. It is one of my favorite games of all time.